Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm so excited for today's video. It is fall. Well, not everybody thinks it's fall, but I think it's fall. So the morning I just started out cuddling with Marley in bed. I actually started the fall things in the afternoon. In the morning I just did my regular kind of everyday things. So I'm just having my lunch now, which is a salad that I've recently just become obsessed with. I'm not sure if I've talked about it in another video or not, but it's like a plant-based Cobb salad, kind of. I think that I filmed it for another video, but it was so good. I've been eating it every day. So I've been collecting fall things and I've been keeping them down there in the bottom of that bookshelf, but I pulled them all out. So I'm going to show you a fall haul, and then I also got John to bring up the fall bin so we can go through that together and decorate. But before we get started on that, I wanted to make something festive. I actually wanted to make these pumpkin donuts that I am obsessed with, but I couldn't find the recipe, so I just ended up going with these one bowl pumpkin muffins, which are also really good, but I was really craving the donuts, but I didn't want to waste a bunch of time trying to find the recipe. So I'm just making it in my I forget what they're called, vintage charm Pyrex. It sort of reminds me of the friendship pattern. So I thought that I might have had some cupcake liners that were fall themed, but I have these bins in my basement with different holiday things, but I didn't have any liners left. But then I did remember I have this owl, this giant owl cookie cutter. I think you use Oreos for the eyes on that. I've never used it before, but I think that's why I bought it, was to make these giant owl cookies and then use Oreo for the eyes. Anyway, I'm listening to my fall playlist that I made. I'm so excited. I was so happy on this day. I don't know if you can follow people on Spotify or not, but that's my name on there if you can. But I was so excited, and I was in the kitchen, so I was using this little Bluetooth speaker that's supposed to look like a vintage radio. It actually works amazingly well for how inexpensive it was. Just got it from Amazon I don't know, 4 years ago now, but I showed you the recipe there if you want to find it. I'll remember to link it, maybe. But then I thought that I might have some actual pumpkin seeds in my pantry, and I did. So put those in, and then while those are baking, they were so easy to make too. I love things that you can bake in one bowl. It's just so easy. So while those are baking, I'll show you what I ended up getting so far this year. So I got this pumpkin candle. I think this was one of the first things that I got. There's these candles that I wasn't sure if they were going to come out with them again, and so I saw these at one of the thrift stores I go to. They sell new things as well, and they sell these candles. These are not my favorite type of candles, but I thought worst case scenario, I'll have something to use. So I got a pumpkin one and then an apple one, and then thankfully I found this candle we were actually leaving the drugstore, and I noticed it up on the shelf. I was like, oh, that must be left over from last year, because I got it quite a while ago. So we bought that one. But then thankfully they came out with my favorite scent, this pumpkin cheesecake, caramel pumpkin cheesecake. It's my favorite smelling candle ever. I look forward to it. I wasn't sure if they were going to have it or if they had it last year, because I bought so many a couple of years ago that I just had enough to keep going. I actually just burned the last of one in a recent video of mine, but I was really sad to burn the end of it because I didn't know if they were going to have it again, but they did, and I'm definitely going to stock up this year. And then I got a couple of smaller ones. This one I've actually been burning as well as the caramel pumpkin cheesecake, and it smells so good. I've been burning just those two so far, but these are made from soy wax. I thought it would say on the bottom, but I get them from my grocery store, which if you live in Canada, most of you don't. It's from Loblaws stores. So then I got a bunch of coffee. John actually picked up this sweetie pie coffee on one of his outings. I've had this one before and I do really like it a lot. I feel like I can never have too much pumpkin coffee. This Hocus Pocus, I need coffee to focus. Oh, it's so cute. I actually have 2 bags of this, and I have already opened one bag because I was just dying. I was having a really hard day and I was just dying for something. So I did make a pumpkin coffee. And then I got this peanuts pumpkin coffee, which is so cute. Pumpkin pecan coffee, I believe it is. I showed this in a video recently, like one of my days in the life. You can see me walking through the mall with it. The bag is super cute though. I haven't tried it yet. I usually just open one bag at a time just because, you know, I don't want to be like wasteful. But then I saw this oven mitt and like pot holder at my local dollar store actually, even though my dollar store is pretty expensive actually, as you can see. But I thought this was cute. I didn't think that I had any already, and like the orange kind of goes with my 70s kitchen anyway, so I thought I would get that. It's actually like kind of high quality for the dollar store. And then I found this Harvest pumpkin pasta. I'm so obsessed with being like themed and things being super festive, so this was right up my alley, even though I typically don't eat gluten, but like occasionally I will. Sometimes I'll regret it a lot. Other times it's not that bad. But I was really excited about this pasta because usually colored pasta has black ones in it as well, and it's usually made from squid ink, which I wouldn't eat. So I was excited that this one didn't have any of that. Then I got this little bird. I love these birds so much. I got one last year and I had one from a few years back. John and I call them the dapper birds because they have like cute little newsprint hats on and they're just all festive for fall. I found that at my dollar store. And then John bought me this mug as well. I believe I showed this in the same video, Day in the Life, where I had found the coffee. So technically that's kind of Halloween, but whatever. I think it's super cute. But then John found this other one that I thought was super cute. Has little Woodstock in the pumpkin's eyes. I just love it so much. I love peanuts a lot since I was a kid. And then I saw this runner at my dollar store as well, which it's just kind of like yellow plaid. I thought this would fit with my normal decor anyway, but I was really wanting it for this little stand here. This is like actually vintage and it used to have a stereo in it, but that's gone. But I bought it for $5 years and years ago. The top is not in the greatest of shape though, so I've been thinking I should get like a runner to put over the top of it just to make it look a little bit better. I love the piece though. Like I don't even care that it's not in great shape because it's just amazing. So I thought that would fit perfect over there. And then these are just a couple of things that I've thrifted. This little acorn dish and then this leaf dish, which I love both of those so much. So then that was it for that. But then I did get an order from Amazon as well that happened to come like either the day before or the morning of. So it has some fall things, some non-fall things either. I got these magnetic curtain rods for my steel doors, like my outside doors. So I was excited for that because I had been changing some things around and one of them didn't have curtains on the door and it was driving me nuts. But the main thing I got it for is for these apple cider Mrs. Meyer's. I love this smell so much. It's so festive. I think I tried it 2 years ago and I get it every fall. So we've got some dish soap and we've got some hand soap. And I did order the like multi-surface spray as well, but it was delayed. So it came a few days later, but I was so excited to get that. And then I just got some other random things too. We just found a espresso machine for, I don't know, I think it was like $80. We were looking for something else and I happened to walk by it in our Walmart. I was like, wow, that's only $80. But it didn't come with a steamer cup, which I used to be a barista, so I'm like used to using that, and just trying to use a regular mug wasn't cutting it. And then also it came with this little scoop, and then on the end was like the tamp, but it's just made of plastic. And also like I'm used to using professional equipment, so here it is. And I did it for a little while, but I was like, oh, I need to get something better than this. It's just not the same using like a thin plastic piece. So very happy I got that. I'm also very happy that it came, because then I could make a pumpkin latte, which I'm not sure if I showed or not, but swapping out my Mrs. Meyer's. I usually just use the lemon scent on the regular, but during Christmas I also use their peppermint scent, and that is so good as well. Sometimes it's the really little things in life that can make the most difference, like smelling apple cider, like when you're doing your dishes or when you're washing your hands. So I don't know, but I usually just use the lemon scent during non-holiday times. So I washed up my espresso tools and my muffins came out of the oven. It smelled so good in here at this point because I hadn't lit any candles or anything, and then I just put the other bottle in the bathroom. But I was so excited to get this caramel pumpkin cheesecake. So rest in peace, $2 candle. you're done. So I got that lit to get even more good smells going while I was getting ready to decorate. I was so excited for fall to come. I've mentioned a few times before, like I don't really enjoy summer very much, so I'm always excited for the cooler weather and the fall vibes to come, because then that just leads into Christmas vibes. And then I don't even mind winter really. We can have some harsh winters where I live, but I don't know, it's so cozy. So I had to, Marley came down looking for some lunch, so I gave her her food, but then I had to wait until she was done eating before I did anything, because if I tried to move any of the stuff in the bin, she would have got scared and run away. She's a very nervous cat, but I did have some apple cider left over from last year, so I was able to like wipe everything down with that before I got decorating. So let's just take a look and see what is in here. I think the one bin is just fall, but then there was these 2 bags that were just there. I think this one is just filled with these tiny little jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, which I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with those. And then there was some like fall, I don't know, like squash and little plastic pumpkins and squash and stuff. So I'm not sure. I do have like different ones that I like better. And then in one of my recent videos, I found that little Halloween, I think it's like the things that used to be in classrooms in the 80s, at least in my school we had them. So then this one, I wasn't sure what was in it, but I think it's a bunch of like wreath making supplies. And then there was some just fall foliage that you like put in a vase. So I did end up using those, but then there's just a bunch of random like leaves and different things in there. So I'm gonna go through that at some point and see if I want to keep any of it. I think there's like some ribbon in there. I don't know. I'm also thinking about doing some different wreaths or something. And then I also found these Christmas ones, just like the pumpkin one I shared. This is Care Bears. It's from the 80s. It's all these different Christmas ones. I had been wondering where these were last year, but so I guess they just got stuck in here. I need to do a serious like deep declutter and organize all of my holiday decor because it's just out of control. So I don't know, maybe I'll do that like after Christmas or something. But I'm gonna put I know I put them back in the bag, but I did take the Christmas things and put them with Christmas things, but I just laminated them all. They're just made from cardboard. I laminated them to like preserve them, I guess. And then I just have this glass pumpkin. This just came from my dollar store years and years ago. I think I had 2, but I might have downsized and got rid of one. I don't have a ton of decor. I don't go crazy except at Christmas, but here's the other bird that I got last year. I feel like he's ready for Thanksgiving. His hat reminds me of Thanksgiving, but anyway, I think they're cute. And then I had a bigger one here that's like nicer quality. He was from like a drugstore or something, I think. Maybe a department store. I don't remember because I've had it for a long time, but it's a little bit better quality. His feet are like wrapped in twine and they're not just the bare wire, and he has little buttons on his wings, but he has like the same style of cap that the one I just bought this year. And I'm gonna cut that tag off too because it's bugging me. But yeah, it's just a little bird family. I don't know. I think they're kind of cute. They're not like vintage or anything. I actually find it really hard to find vintage fall or Halloween things. I have this theory about the Halloween things, but I'll save that for another video. But most of these fall things I've had for a long time. So I've got a couple of these styrofoam like glitter pumpkins. I feel like these might have come from a dollar store as well. I've had some of this stuff long enough that I don't really remember where it came from. I think I got this from a drugstore years ago. The little tip of his wing broke off, but I've kept him anyway because I think he's cute. And then this is actually Halloween, but I had given this to my mom a long time ago, like probably 15 years ago, because I used to call my mom, like, I didn't call her mom, I called her mum. So I had seen this, I think it came from a dollar store maybe even, I don't remember. So I had given it to her because, you know, I called her mom, and she had kept it all those years. So when I was cleaning out her apartment, I just couldn't bear to like throw it away. So I thought I would just keep it and use it with Halloween. So that's what I've been doing. But if I keep it out all year, it just kind of make me sad, I think. So then there's just a bunch of other random things. I have some like wreaths that I made a long time ago or I like bought really inexpensive, so I might actually like tear them apart and try to make new wreaths that I like better. I have this little stuffed thing that hangs over the door, just a lot of kind of random things. I have those like leaf garland things I usually put in that tiered tray. I think I'll probably just do the same thing this year. I actually kind of like doing things pretty much the same every year because it just makes it go like quicker, and then I'm not spending a bunch of time figuring out what to do or how to decorate, and then I can just decorate fast and then just enjoy it. I had forgot that I had these Halloween napkins from a few years ago, but I think they're super cute. But obviously those should be in the Halloween bin and not in here. I decided to just use the dining room table as kind of a little staging area where I could just put everything and then work from there. Also, it's easier to show you guys things when it's all out on the table. But yeah, I'm going to say most of this I've had for years. I love this sign. I think I've only had that for maybe like 4 years, but it matches my kitchen so well with the yellow and the orange. I've had these, I think these might have been the very first fall decor things I ever bought, these little holders. I really want to get some battery operated tea lights. I have some, but I want to get some that are on a timer. That way they could just come on for, it's usually like 4 or 6 hours. So I'm definitely gonna look probably on Amazon to see if I can find any of that. And then I just have these ceramic pumpkins. They're really inexpensive. I feel like these might have also come from the dollar store, but I usually just turn them around so that you don't see the writing. So I've got 2 orange and a white one. I just like putting up a few little touches to kind of make it a little bit festive but not overwhelming, I guess, except at Christmas. But I'm actually kind of feeling like I should pare down my Christmas too. I feel like I say that every year, but then it's just really hard when the time comes because I have so many things that I love. And then I also found some fall, the same thing, like I call them like the classroom things because that's what I'm used to. But I love these. These were actually too big for me to laminate. They wouldn't fit through my laminator, but so cute. I love this little raccoon. He's helping to make apple pie. I don't know. I'm not sure. I might just like put those up in my office, maybe just something cute. But then I also found Easter ones in here, and I was looking for the Easter ones this past Easter, and I thought, oh, maybe I got rid of those, but I think these ones are really cute too. I think I was able to laminate all of those. I think almost all of them are from the 80s. I just found them in this really big bag. I think I thrifted it for $2 maybe. And I don't know, they're just really cute. So because I got my supplies, I'm gonna go ahead and make a pumpkin latte, which I'm just using coffee, not espresso, but that's fine. But I have to say, I did not have high hopes for this espresso machine, but especially having used like a professional machine, but I was actually impressed with it. It's way better than I thought it would be. Definitely not like professional grade, but I mean, it's decent. It made a quality-ish latte. I'm thinking, like, depending on how much I use it, that, you know, if I am using it all the time, that it would be worth investing in like a nicer machine. But as of right now, I feel like it's decent enough to use. It smelled so good in here while this was brewing as well. And then I was thinking I should try to do like some latte art, like a leaf or something, but that wasn't happening because I haven't done it for a really long time. So just plain it was. But then I'm gonna have 2 of these muffins with the latte while I think about what I'm gonna do for decorating. They're quite small muffins, so it said the recipe makes 12, but it probably just makes 6 normal size muffins. But while I was sitting down having my coffee, Marley was extremely excited to just chill with me. So then I'm just gonna show you like a little bit of what I've done. So I couldn't decide whether I should put the orange or the leaf one here, but I ultimately went with the leaf one over here, and I put the orange one over on this table. I felt like the other one like was too similar to the lamp or something. I guess that's what I was thinking. I just put these 2 pumpkins up here on the bar. I have this fall tray for the bar, but I can't find it anywhere. So I've been trying to like tear apart the basement area where I keep my decor, looking for it, and it's bothering me so much that I can't find it. So anyway, just in the entryway, which is where I put a lot of things, because it's just really festive when you walk in. I just have this little thing hanging over the door, and then just a few things up on the wall. I actually keep this autumn sign up like all year, but it's true, all year I do dream of autumn. It's my favorite time of year. And then we just have this one that is up there all the time as well, but then I just have a few other little signs. I think I thrifted that happy fall one a few months ago. And I actually just hung it up there, like after I thrifted it, and it's just been there ever since. And then I just put the white pumpkins out here. I put this little wreath that I made a long time ago over on the record stand. I just popped those fall foliage leaves into that vase, and then I put another dish over there. And then I just put a few pumpkins on this bookshelf. I usually take like everything off this bookshelf and decorate it for seasons, but I'm almost like feeling like I hate having to do that. And I just popped this pumpkin on top of the vintage radio clock. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it like this or not, but I just kind of put it up there for now, at least. And it's funny, I have this like cube picture thing here, and the pictures in it are from Christmas. It's like me and our cat Dylan, who passed, and John and Marley, but it's like Christmas photos. So I thought that was funny with the fall decor, but I don't know, it was the first one that I grabbed, so I just put it up there. And that's just to cover the freaking stupid like thermostat thing that's in the middle of the wall. So then out here I just threw this wreath up that I made a long time ago. Actually, that's really the only wreath that I really still like that I made. Another one of those little doorknob hangers there. And then I put the soft one on the basement door because we go up and down the basement multiple times a day, so I didn't want to have to like hear the bell. So I just did that. And then the table, I have these little plaid placemats, and then these gold chargers, super inexpensive. And then I just use these paper plates. I've just been using them now for 5 or 6 years, I think. I just like the way that it looks, so I just keep reusing them every year, like just as decor. And then I got these little salt and pepper shakers. I don't actually use them other than for decor, but I think I got them maybe 3 years ago, not sure. And then I just put the pumpkin there. I'm thinking about getting some battery operated lights to put in there as well, like string lights. I think that would look pretty. And then over here, I love the way this turned out with the runner, and I put the little acorn dish on there. Those candles are always there. And then I just put the leaves in the tiered tray. I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking. And just a few little pumpkins and things. But I love the way this looks when I'm walking out of the kitchen. This is like what I can see, or if you're walking through the hall, but I don't know, it's very festive and I enjoy it very much. And then in the kitchen, I just hung up these towels I've had for a while. I put up the pumpkin stuff, but I almost feel like the oven mitt is like too big for the space, and I tried reversing it so that the like it was the opposite way, but it's actually even worse this way because it's just like right up against the curtain. And so I'm actually kind of thinking about maybe just getting another set, and I'll just put the 2 pot holders up and then just use these. They're actually like decent quality compared to the oven mitts I actually use all the time. And then this is just a little section where I've got the espresso machine, because it's obviously like doesn't really fit the vintage theme of my kitchen, but I wanted to make it look like a little coffee shop over here. So I used my little cake stand to put the muffins, and I did just use these little toothpick things. I just put them in, and then I just left the coffee up there. Even though these are Halloween, I just put those there. And this orange pumpkin, I just filled with like tea bags, like all kinds of different tea that we have. So just put that in there. I thought it looked cute. I'm kind of like working on making over my kitchen a little bit, so I guess this is like a little sneak peek at what's there, because it used to just be filled with cookbooks over here. But I really like the way it looks, but I like that it's not the first thing you see when you walk in the kitchen. It kind of like is hidden around the fridge, so it still keeps that vintage kind of theme going. And then to end the day, I'm just gonna have a bath, which I almost never do since we moved here, because my bathtub is the original from the 50s and it's super tiny and it's just not as enjoyable. But I have tons of bubble bath from like when we lived in the apartment and had a really big bath, so I'm like, I should just start trying to do it sometimes. So during the like fall season, I thought I would read some books. My stepmom used to read books by this author in the 90s, and I saw a bunch of them and picked them up. They're sort of like mystery-ish, spooky-ish, I guess you could say, without being too scary, I hope. So I started one of them, so that's what I'm going to do when I'm in the bath. And then I had another one picked to read. So far, it's not the greatest, but I'm trying to give it a try. I'm about a third of the way through, so we'll see how it is. If I'm not liking it by like the halfway point, I'll just maybe just try to start another one. And if I don't like the other one, then I might just donate all of them, because that's probably a good sign that I'm not going to enjoy any of them. But anyway, at the end of the day, I read some more, hung out with Marley, and just passed out. John was away during this time, so that's why it's just me and Marley. But anyway, I'm so happy it's fall, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again really soon.